Hey folks, rinimt here, and welcome to the demo for Artificial Selection. Artificial Selection is taking part in the Choose Wisely Festival 2025, taking place on Steam from December 8th through the 15th. So be sure to go check that out. This, among many other games, are taking part, and it's a good time. And, well, let's dive in. So there are two different demos available here, a quick demo and a full demo. Now, a full demo is recommended, but also it's 10 plus hours long because it's the entire first route. So I'm actually just going to do the quick demo, which is like 30 to 60 minutes. We'll see if I can get the whole thing in, but we're going to try. We're going to try. Basic introduction, which can easily be played in one sitting, contains one escape room. Wait, does it? Oh, is it? Okay. Feeling that something is very wrong. I sit up in my bed and look around my room. It seems my instincts were right. I'm not in my bed, and this definitely isn't my room. Where the hell am I? How did I get here? Did I crash at a random stranger's house? No, I didn't go partying last night. In fact, I never do. Then where else could I be? Suddenly, the bed doesn't feel comfortable anymore. I stand up, examining my surroundings in order to find answers. Maybe I passed out in the street. A kind passerby carried me to their place. But judging by the lack of personal belongings lying about, nobody seems to be living here. It looks like a hotel room. Then what the hell is going on? Is this a dream? Am I still asleep? As I draw my hands towards my face, I notice they are shaking. Don't worry, this will all be over soon. The Dreamani is just being buggy or something. Take a deep breath and pinch my cheeks. Nothing happens. Okay, I've never actually done that in a dream before, so I should have seen that coming. But just because I'm awake doesn't mean I have to face reality. No matter how I ended up here, it's time for me to leave. If the one who brought me here didn't even bother to leave a note, then I'm under no obligation to excuse myself, right? I can just walk out of here. I head to the door next to the bed and grip the handle, but I can't even push it down completely. It's locked. That can't be good. Huh? Out of nowhere, the TV lights up. For there, with bright big letters, the screen unmistakably reads, "For Seva." How did they know my name? I mentally slapped myself for being so paranoid. The answer is obvious. The one that found me probably checked my wallet and found my ID on the way. Thinking about my wallet made an entirely different fear well up inside me. My jacket feels suspiciously non-heavy. I check my pockets to investigate further. Not only my wallet, but my keys, my phone, and even my paper tissues, both used and unused, are missing. Hold on, what? As I look down at my chest, something entirely different catches my attention. Why on earth am I wearing all this? Where are my PJs? Did my kidnapper change my clothes while I was unconscious? For what possible reason? My brain is tired of cooking up answers. It's confused, creeped out, and feeling utterly defeated. Can someone just tell me what's going on? My gaze drifts back to the TV screen. Of course. The For Seva doesn't feel threatening anymore. In fact, it now has a calming effect. I just have to watch this and everything will make sense. I gently tap the screen. Is there that? Aha, there's the UI. I'm looking at the buttons like, which one's the UI? Okay, square's the UI. That's the chat log. Alright. I'm Venagloria. I'm Tristita. And welcome to Purgatory. Well, you're not in the construct of hell you might or might not believe in. As far as society is concerned, you're dead. Dead? What you've done would normally not be forgiven, but because we're so very, very generous, we answered your pleas and are giving you a second chance. You could try and prove that you deserve to be alive. You, Seva, have committed the sin of wrath. Shame on you. To make you realize your mistakes, we give you a companion who is just like you. You and her, Athera, will make up Team Wrath. Socializing is difficult when you're all angry and grumpy, right? We want you to change that, so you should befriend as many people as possible. And since we're super considerate, we put 14 sinners here in total. That way you're bound to find someone you can get along with. But before you can meet them, you will first need to exit your rooms. This will turn out to be more difficult than you'd ordinarily expect. Don't worry though, it's supposed to be a fun exercise for you and your sinmate. As studies have shown that solving an escape room together is an excellent team-building activity. Studies have shown that. I thought it was merely our hypothesis. Come on, don't be like that. You know what I mean. No, I will not be like that. You should not be spreading blatant information. Oh, and who's gonna stop me? I can say whatever I want. I'll give you another one. Studies have also shown that you've got to stick it up your butt. You gotta stick up your butt. That is not true. No study has shown that. I strongly advise you not to use such profane language in front of our subjects. Profane, seriously, but is not a bad word. Almost certainly isn't a nice word either. I think it's great. But. See, if I wasn't allowed to say that, it would have been censored by now. I suppose this is a cause worth verifying. What's going on now? Be quiet. I'm mentally preparing myself. But how can this be? You said it wasn't a bad word. You totally fell for it. I'm not, how do you say, alpha? This introduction is kind of a train wreck, huh? Should we shut this down and try again? No, this will never work if we don't take it seriously. We will see this through to the end. Alright then, sorry about this, Seva, but you probably understand the main message. Sure hope so, but I will reiterate just in case. As soon as we're done talking, we will unlock the door to your sinmate and Farah's room. Once you have exchanged introductions, it's time for you to figure out how to escape. And always remember, trust and teamwork are super important. Help and rely on each other. Oh, that's all. Good luck and see you soon. The screen turns black. I'm speechless. My previous theory can't even begin to explain what I just watched. Is this a prank? Social experiment? Am I on some foreign reality TV show? What could anyone gain from something like this? I just want to go home. Suddenly the door next to my bed cracks open a bit. I cautiously step away. Right, they said my sin mate would be in that room, an individual who committed the sin of wrath. Does that mean they're a violent person? Are they going to attack me? At last, the door fully opens and a jarringly relaxed girl pops up inside. Seva boy! I finally get to meet you in person. She has the body language of a drunk person, but her face indicates she's sober. She doesn't seem like a threat, but all my brain cells are screaming that I don't have the energy to deal with someone like her, and that I need to get out of here. My mouth starts moving before my feet. We know each other? Why, yes! I've heard a lot about you. Those TV people said your name was Seva, and you're my wrath buddy. So you're Farah? Farah nods. Okay, so we can communicate. Maybe she can help me figure out this situation. Do you know why you're here? The Farah only gulps and stares at me blankly. Sorry, but I don't have time to beat around the bush. I mean, I said it's because I'm angry and grumpy, but do I seem that way to you? No, admirably chipper even. Then, do you know where we are? Nope, I'm afraid I'm as clueless as you. And why do you seem so relaxed? There's no point in worrying. If this place is safe, I'd just be making a fool out of myself. And if I'm done for, then I'd rather have a good time before I die. She has a point, but it's impossible to actually internalize that mindset in a situation like this. A companion who's just like you. Very, very funny. Anyways, we're buddies, right? So we will find the answers to your questions together. Right, but shouldn't we try to find an exit? Oh yeah, it's escape room time. I've played plenty of video games based on that, so you're in good hands. That too, but I'm escaping this building as a whole. Huh, you plan on just walking out of here? How bold. Of course! Every building has an exit. I don't want to stay here even a second longer. This is outrageous. How dare they do this to us? Oh no, don't tell me you want to speak to the manager. I'm not joking. Why should we put up with this? That's not up to us. I'm pretty sure they've made it hard to leave without their permission. I'll keep an eye open for your sake, but I don't want to anger those who put us here. If we can't find an exit, we need to play along and do what they say. Otherwise, you're putting both of us in danger. Can you do that? Contrary to her initial cheerfulness, Farah's manner of speaking has become diplomatic and cold. could I be so thoughtless? Our kidnappers represent a huge threat and they shouldn't be taken lightly. Farrah is probably scared of the situation after all. I should give her a reassuring smile. Yeah, I don't see why not. Yikes! What kind of face is that? Face? That's me smiling. We should work on that then. Can we focus on getting out of here instead? Good call. The room isn't gonna escape itself. Oh, this should be fun. Escape the room! Alright. Alright, so how new are you to this kind of thing? No idea what to do. I mean, I have big, but we'll just do that. That's okay. Unfortunately, you have got me with me. The simplest part of escape rooms is inspecting stuff. You'll often notice things just by taking a closer look. As long as you're thorough, you don't have to worry about missing anything. What else is there? Oh, right. Sometimes you pick things up and put them somewhere else. Using items correctly is another big part of escape rooms. And of course, don't try brute forcing everything on your own. I'm here too, and I also want to have fun. That being said, would you like me to take care of things if you get stuck? No, I already turned this off in options. No. Gotcha. So you want to take these puzzles seriously. Fine by me. If you ever do get stuck, just talk to me and we can figure something out, I'm sure. And that's about it. It's mostly a learning by doing thing. Don't worry, you got this. That wasn't an in-depth explanation at all, but I can't bring myself to complain when she looks so excited. Alright. So I believe... Okay. The right stick does it, but we'll just... See, one of those plants too. The indents on the leaves look kind of suspicious, don't you think? You think it's related to a puzzle? If we need to change something about the plants, then how do we get it to bloom? Do we need to water it? That's some nice out-of-the-box thinking, though I'm not sure we even have to go that far. So suggesting we can do something else with it? Like, I don't know, item. What's that? It looks like a flower to me. I've got a few of those in my room as well. I'm sure it'll become useful somehow. You should pick it up. Door. Try to open the door. It's locked. I mean, yeah, it would be a much escape room. All I do is walk outside. I guess so, but if this is the exit and the other one is the one between our rooms, then what's the third door good for? How should I know? Let's find out. Isn't that the door you came in through? That's right. My room is on the other side. That's not exciting since it's pretty much looks exactly the same as yours, but feel free to come in. That's what I was trying to do. Okay, because I wanted to grab another flower for our collection. This one's locked too. Does make me curious to know what's on the other side. If Farrah has the same plan as me, just mirrored. You put a flower on my plant? My own flowers too, so I got this one covered. Why don't you worry about your own plant for now? It's a flower on one of the leaves. It slots itself perfectly into the indentation as if attracted by a magnetic force. Hey, that looks promising. I guess this confirms the flowers have something to do with the plants. Oh wait. The next one in. Okay. I think we sold this randomly. I think we're still missing a necessary hint. Is it just me, or is the seat kind of wobbly? You're right. Then that definitely means we're supposed to turn it around. There's escape room. Wisdom number 6. Something seems broken. It's broken on purpose. Do you actually write a guide like that? Nah, I just made that up on the fly. Unless you'd be interested in reading it. Not really. Ow. I'm exhausted. Very dramatically plops herself on the seat. You can take care of the rest from here, right? Fine, fine. I'm just kidding. She stands back up again. Happy chair, though. I'll give it that. Painting. Farrah steps in front of the painting and rips her chin deep in thought. I see. Yes, it all makes sense to me now. What does? Why I never went to art school? I have no idea what this is supposed to be or mean. Don't you think one half of it looks jumbled? For example, if you imagine that part next to this one, the edges would line up. Well, you're right. I was wondering why the other half looked normal, but we're probably supposed to fix it. Yeah, I'll give it a try. Alright. I don't think that's quite it. Gotta match them up, presumably, right? That goes there. That goes there. Should be one more that fits to the side of that. Yeah, okay, so that's the bottom row. And actually, this is the one next to it, too. No, it's not. Okay, there we go. I just need that. Alright, so I just need to fix the top row. So this is probably on the side there, and reverse those two. Nice one! My room had a jumble painting too. I think I can take care of it now. Wouldn't want you believing that you're the smarter one around here. You may say it like that, but I think you just want to be helpful. What? How dare you accuse me of such a thing? Despite her words, she leaves the room with a big grin on her face. Shortly after, an electronic sound can be heard and the ferret comes back. Guess we're even now. It takes care of the paintings. I did not mean to do that. The desk. Try opening the drawer, but it won't budge. That's whack. I can't see a keyhole anywhere, nor any kind of switch. Maybe we're not supposed to open it? Yeah? The bed. Interesting. Your blanket is a different color than mine. You think that could be important? Yep, that's exactly the type of thing you gotta pay attention to. I don't know what to do about it yet. Flip blanket. Aha! Hey look, there was something under my blanket. It's another flower. I'll bring it along. The door locked as well. Our rooms are basically symmetrical, so that makes sense. Flip blanket. Bed. Oh, you were right. Your blanket is more bluish than mine. See, our rooms are similar. Otherwise, so that has to be a clue for something. Flip? Huh, your blanket has a different color on the inside. I think we should try swapping our blankets. Eh? And what would be the point of that? That way mine would be bluish and yours would be reddish? And what would be the point in that? Traditionally gendered colors or something? You want real traditional? Red demonstrably clears her throat. Red used to be considered a masculine color since it can be associated with blood and war. Meanwhile, blue was perceived to be calm and pretty, and as a result, a feminine color. So basically, if we want gender blankets, we wouldn't need to change them. Okay, then let's not gender our blankets. We can still try swapping them. Ha, I'm onto your perp. You just want to put my scent around you, huh? What? No, I would never want something like that. No, it's almost a little hurtful when you get that defensive about it. It's a different color on the inside. I think we should try flipping the blanket. I see. That way they both be the same color on the outside. Yeah, that could work. We grab both grab one end of the blanket and flip it over together. As soon as it's in place, a jingle can be heard. Aye, nice one, Seba. Say, are you noticing a pattern here? Pattern for what? Puzzles we're solving. Our rooms had subtle differences at first, but we've been getting rid of them bit by bit. Does that bother you? I personally think symmetry is a nice thing. Sure, it's nice to look at and all, but room reflects your personality similar to how your outfit does. So, while they aren't forcing us to wear prison uniforms, they're still telling us you're not special or something like that. But why would we be wearing prison uniforms? Maybe I'm just overthinking things. Let's see. Hey, this one's wobbly too. Now we have one wobbly seat in each room. You know what that means? No, I don't even have a remote idea what that means. Neither do I. Wow, look at that chair. It gives us a certain air. I want to sit there. Okay, go ahead. Seriously, I improv'd a haiku that rhymes and you're not even going to acknowledge it? How was I supposed to know what you were going for? That's what it was. That's pretty cool. Same plan as mine, just mirrored. Maybe. After those two people stopped talking, the screen went black, but now there's a rectangle on it. Doesn't it look kind of like a battery? Maybe there's some huge game controller charging over there somewhere. Or maybe it's a screen for a mini game. Or maybe it's some kind of progress bar. Why does only video game stuff come to your mind? We need to take it seriously. Oh, a progress bar doesn't sound that unrealistic. Right? I think this shows the amount of puzzles we already solved. Wait. On a closer look, what is this? Does this have something to do with the flowers in here and something else? What strange symbols? Okay. Do you have any idea what that symbol next to the flower means? I don't know. First one looks kind of like a 7. What about those weird hairs growing out of it? Kind of looks familiar, but I can't place my finger on it. Oh, it's how high up. So that... This one is there, and then bottom left. This one goes here. That one goes there. There. This one won't open either. Hey, be glad. That's one less thing to worry about. Let's focus our attention on the other game stuff in here. Wait. That goes like that. But this goes like that. Alright, as I let go of the sea, a jingle resounds. Nice, we're making steady progress. She tries turning the sea again, but this time it won't budge. Yep, we're down here. Thank you, chairs. Alright, and that's all the way on top right. Right. Flower to place it. Oh, okay, place kind of like a cracking a password. That's pretty neat. She almost makes it sound fun. I'll give her that. Painting. I think we're done with the paintings. Wait, what? Also locked. Oh, well, that's good news though. Means everything we need to get out of here is in one of our 2 rooms. That's one way to look at it. Like there's... I'm running out of things. All the way at the top, right? Yeah. But there's one missing. Oh wait, it's mirrored! It's mirrored! Hold up. It's mirrored. That's there. That's there. Yeah. Is that wrong? Yeah, because it has to be. It's mixed up which one's where. No? Or unless... Oh, I mixed up. So this has that little one there. Yeah, okay, I mixed up these 2. Oh, nice! You did it! In that case, I gotta do my part too. Be back in a sec. She takes 3 additional flowers she's apparently been hoarding out of her pockets and disappears through the door. And comes back after a ridiculously short amount of time. Oh, that truly was just a sec. How did you do that? Well, with the sample solution right there, it truly was a piece of cake. Thanks for doing all the heavy lifting. A Sinmate isn't that bad when he does most of the work for you. Hey, don't get used to it. Fine, but you did well. Now I can finally give those poor plants a break. Congratulations! You did it! If Farrah and I turn to face my TV, you have done well sorting out your differences. Do you not feel like you have grown closer? Well, either way, you did what we asked you to do. This was a nice little warm-up, so now we think you're ready for your first proper task. That is meeting the other 12 participants. To make the process more formal, we require that you save every participant's basic information on your DA, a digital assistant. Of course, the catch is you don't have a DA yet. You have to find one first. Scatter them all around this place, so have fun looking for them. Therefore, your duties are twofold. Familiarize yourselves with the other participants as well as this building. Once all 14 DAs contain information on all participants, your task will be considered complete. We won't lock the doors to the hallway, so we won't hold you up any longer. Make lots of new friends. Oh, that's just all. Good luck and see you soon! Door unlocked! Well then, what are we waiting for? Part nervous, part excited, the Pharaoh opens the door and steps outside. I follow closely behind. Stop! I said stop walking. Hey! Mere seconds after stepping out into the dimly lit hallway, a young man calls out to us. Confused, the Pharaoh and I stop dead in our tracks. Ugh. Apparently that wasn't to the man's liking. Couldn't you hear me? Why did you let the door fall shut behind you? The door? Cast a glance behind us. Indeed, the heavy metal plate shut on its own. Oh, that! Why is that bad? I'll let you decide how much you want to regret it, but that was our last chance to get inside. All the other doors are locked too. Now he mentions it, the entire hallway is lined with doors identical to ours. Okay, and I'm gonna guess that those were part of the rooms everyone else woke up in. There wasn't anything important in ours, so why would you want to get in? Even if that were true, I made it my job to find loopholes around here, and you happen to forget the second locked door in the back of your room. It's kind of impressive you managed to neglect that. While the fashionable man's attitude is reigniting my anxiety, Pharaoh remains unimpressed. Well, now it's locked for good. You should have yelled something more specific if you wanted to keep us open. Keep it open. So that's where you are. Why are you waiting in front of their rooms the entire time? Yup. I could have saved myself the effort. Thought we were a team. Don't run off like that. Sorry, we should probably introduce ourselves. My name is Forrest, and this is my lovely partner, Ashore. This is sarcasm. It's uncalled for. I'm a Farah, and this awkward little kid here is Seva. You're Team Wrath, am I right? I think that was the only one we were missing. Right, although I'm not exactly sure how well that name actually fits us. Tell me about it. How do you think we feel about being in Team Lust? I don't want people's first association with me to be that, you know? And it wouldn't be if you didn't keep bringing it up. Are you joking? They're going to check your profiles anyway, so I'd rather be upfront about it. Wouldn't you be wary of anyone with that sin? Not really. I think it's pretty obvious that our sins aren't based on our crimes but their personalities. You think so? But don't people commit crimes that align with their personality? I'm just saying we didn't necessarily commit sex crimes, and Team Wrath isn't necessarily the most violent or dangerous. That would be a little too on the nose, but now wouldn't it? I sure hope so. But there's no guarantee, is there? It's possible we're trapped in here with all sorts of dangerous individuals. I think the risks are pretty slim. We already talked to everyone. They all seem nice. Oh, Hippie is being a bit generous, but most of them have some degree of social competence, yes. That said, where the hell are they? For 14 people, it sure is empty around here. They should be upstairs. Since all the bedroom doors are locked, we quickly lost interest in this area. I only came back down because I was looking for Ashore. Just like a Pharaoh, these two are acting way too relaxed. Can we discuss some real questions? Those others, do any of them remember what brought them here? Forrest and Ashore exchange surprised glances and laugh. What? Is that like a trick question? Oh, bye. Nope. Do you? Me neither. The last thing I can clearly remember is just a normal, uneventful day. I hung out in my room the whole time. Same here. Nothing involving a meeting. A dangerous organization. A dangerous organization? Well, who do you think the two people from the video work for? The Naturist. That's what we decided to call them since their names are so long. Whoever their boss is, they must have a huge amount of cash and power. Wonder what their deal is. Ransom money, maybe? That's being optimistic. What if this is all some spectacle for rich people to bet on our lives? Oh no, I don't want to turn against you. That's horrible. And all an overdone cliche. But also, what do you think my chances are? A lot of people better be betting on me to win. I wasn't one of the most popular ones. I wouldn't be able to recover from it. I don't know when I started shaking again, but the current topic definitely didn't help. I've never dealt with a situation like this before. I was never confronted with so much uncertainty and fear. For the past 19 years, I've been an upstanding citizen and got to live a peaceful life in return. Followed every law, every rule, every social convention, so why is this happening to me? For some reason, the others seem to have adapted already. They're just accepting the situation how it is without so much as a complaint. What's up with that? Do they have nerves of steel, or am I seriously the one who's overreacting? Suddenly I notice something nudging my arm. Hey buddy, you alright? Snap down my thoughts and the shaking stops. I'm fine, just a little overwhelmed. Sorry, we were just joking around, you know. Should we change the topic? After casting one more cautious glance at me, a pharaoh lets go of me. That's probably a good idea. Earlier you mentioned checking our profiles. What did you mean by that? Oh, that! It's one of the functions of the DAs. As soon as you meet someone, it shows you all the basic information you can want about them. Too much information, actually. My weight should have been nobody's business. By the way, I should already be saved on yours. Here, let me show you. If Forrest peers at the pharaoh and me, her eyes wander between our hands and our pockets. Oh, you think we didn't get ours yet? Duh, you just woke up. She gently boxes her own skull. Oh, I'll show you on mine then. Aha. Various information on people. Damn, that's really is cool. You know what? You can borrow my DA until you find your own. Without waiting for us to accept her offer, she grasps my hand and studies it for a second. Then she places her device in my palm and clasps my fingers on top of it. Are you sure? Of course! It currently helps you more than me. Just give it back to me later. Besides, if I really needed one, I'm sure Asher would let me use his. We'll see about that. Either way, we've held you up long enough. Why don't you go ahead and meet the others? That's a good point, thanks. It was nice talking to you. Sure was. I might even forgive you for the door thing. Bye-bye! Farah and I continue along the hallway. Well, what was that about? What? While absent-mindedly engaging with Farah, my primary focus is elsewhere. That thing Forrest did, the hand... Yeah? To make sure that they really are locked, I check the handle of every door we pass. She was totally hitting on you. That was such an obvious excuse for physical contact. Okay. It's not that I don't believe those two, but verifying that the doors are locked myself is the only way I can stop hoping they made a mistake. Hey, are you even listening to me? What's worrying you so much? What isn't worrying me? Maybe let's start with the fact that we're dealing with a terrifying underground organization. Even though it's hard to believe something of the scale went unnoticed by the government. Still, my goal happens to be getting the hell out of here. Why is no one else taking this seriously? Look, I don't know what's going on with you, but let me suggest something really wild. What if what we're dealing with is the government? You think the police is involved? But why would they do this to innocent civilians? You can drop the act. Vanatra said we're buddies, right? That what we did was similar. What did you do? I used to have a really bad temper. You could have even called me a bully, so I'll admit putting me in Team Wrath isn't completely inaccurate. What about you? They must be punishing you for a reason. I've been thinking about it, and maybe it's the fact that I've been wasting my time. I graduated high school a few weeks ago and haven't even looked into what I want to do next. How is that enough for you to get punished when you have to refuse work way longer than that? I mean, I'm not sure what the latest guidelines are, but it's possible they voted on it, made conditions more strict, and then neglected to keep up with the news? And if that was my fate, I'd accept it. But then why am I still alive? Shouldn't they just kill me? All this is way too fishy. What if this is the work of a group of evil rich people after all? I don't want to die. So you don't want to die, but you'd be okay with the government killing you. Of course, that's what it means to be an upstanding citizen. Society would be better off without me. Dang, and how on earth did you end up in here? That's what I'd like to know. Either way, try to wipe the evil millionaire thing from your mind. That's not what's happening here. Vanatra said they're giving us a chance to prove our worth. As long as we follow their instructions, they'll let us stay alive. How can you be so cheerful about this? We could still die. If it wasn't for our current situation, we'd already be dead. So I'm grateful for this opportunity. I'll show them that I'm not a bully anymore, that I can get along with everyone just fine. The same goes for you. They'll see that they were wrong about you if you make some friends here. I think you already made one. Huh, who? Me, dummy. Despite being called a dummy, I can't help but smile. Your bully is showing. Is Goofball better? I nod. See, I'm working on it. We keep walking along the corridor, eager to meet the other participants. This concludes the quick demo for artificial selection. Thank you for playing. Would you like to check out the full demo, which contains the entire first route of the game? Again, not this time. No problem. I still hope you have fun and are curious for more. Artificial selection is currently under active development. Insider supporters on my Ko-fi can already play the first 2 routes, while the 3rd route is actively receiving monthly updates. Alternatively, wishlisting the game and waiting for the full version is also much appreciated. Aside from that, feel free to join our Discord server to discuss the game with other players and keep up with news. We'd love to see you there. Thank you for your wishlist support and patience. Good luck, and see you soon. Oh, can that just... I could use continue probably to, like... I assume this goes to... Okay. Title. So it's like a... Save. So I could, like, save here. So that, like, takes me... Now, if I want to check out the full thing, I can just from that. Cool. Well... I'm just gonna do a quick demo because the full thing is like 10 hours, so it's a little long. But yeah, that's what we'll do it. That's a little look at artificial selection. Like I said, you can check it, toss them support on Ko-fi, which I guess you can. There's a link on the demo page here. I wishlist it along with a bunch of other Choose Wisely games, and maybe we'll see you for the full game? Maybe? Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider tossing a like, comment, subscribe, maybe click the bell for notifications. Also, be sure to check out the description below. Various links, social media, Discord. Come hang out, get notifications there as well. Also, be sure to go check out Choose Wisely Festival. Artificial selection among many other games are taking part in it. Demos, discounts, just a bunch of games to check out and wishlist. Go check it out. Link for that is also in the description. And thank you again for watching. Until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye!